Hello, my name is Josh Waters, and I'm here to talk to you about A-level music at King Edward VI Camp Hill School for Boys. I'm the head of music here, and I started in September. I took over from Simon Palmer, who's a wonderful head of music here for many, many years. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what we do here at Camp Hill Boys and the sort of course we follow. So to start off with, we follow the OCR specification. And we do this for a number of reasons. We feel that the OCR specification is a well-respected course, and we find that in our context, it's tried and tested. In that we've had a large number of students go through that course, and we feel it suits our context very, very well. Crucially, we feel that it provides an excellent level of continuity from Key Stage 3 to GCSE, where we also do OCR, and then into A-level. And it's really important for us that there's a similar style of learning across those three key stages. And also the course we feel provides a really good preparation for music studies beyond A-level if students will wish to go on to such things. And we do find there are a large number of students from our school who go on to study music. A little something about how we teach the course. So the course is taught across both the boys and the girls' school. So students would be taught by me at the boys' school and then Miss Hawthorne at the girls' school. There's another important factor in the equation, and that's the student's instrumental or vocal tutor. So we have a large team of very experienced and excellent instrumental and vocal tutors at school. And all A-level students will have lessons. Some of them do have lessons outside of school. I'll talk about that in a moment. But there are also a number of students who have lessons in school. So across the course, there are three key skills covered: performing, composing, and listening and appraising. And these may well be similar to you if you're doing GCSE music, and indeed, they may well be the same key skills that you've been talking about all the way down to Key Stage 3. The weightings of these three components is slightly different to GCSE. So at GCSE, you have probably done 30% performing, 30% in composing, and 40% in listening and appraising. This changes slightly at A-level, as you have the option to specialize in either performing or composing. So I'm just going to talk through what a typical pathway might look if you were to specialize in performing. And we do find that most of our students choose that pathway. So if you were to specialize in performing, 35% of the qualification would be performing and 25% composing. What that would look like is at the end of the course, performing 3 pieces lasting 10 to 15 minutes in a formal recital. In composing, for 25%, that would be 2 pieces lasting 4 minutes. Now, if you were to specialize in composing, those percentages would obviously be swapped. And you would be doing an extra piece in composing, a portfolio of compositions, and just 2 pieces in performing. The listening and appraising part of the course is taught throughout the whole course, but assessed at the very end by a written examination. And that's 2.5 hours. And that includes both a listening element and a written element. This is a step up from GCSE, where there is no extended writing in the qualification. There are aspects of the OCR GCSE qualification where there's writing involved in response to a piece that's being listened to, but nothing as directly involved as writing essays. We cover 4 different areas of study across the course, and this provides quite a diverse curriculum. So students study instrumental music of Haydn, Mozart, and Beethoven. And they do that as well as studying popular song, blues, jazz, swing, and big band. And this year, for instance, the set work from that is Billie Holiday. These are studied alongside 2 further areas of studies, which we find complements those 2 very well. And the first is developments in instrumental jazz from 1910 to the present day. And the second is program music from 1820 to 1910. As mentioned before, so all students have instrumental and vocal tuition in school, and we do feel this is a real strength of the music program here at school. This is actually paid for your A-level studies. However, it is worth mentioning that tuition is not currently available on piano, but most other instruments are offered. It's really important to talk about the extracurricular offering of the school, and this is an enormous benefit of coming to this school in particular. There's a wonderful music taking place, and this is just because it's a great place where great musicians gather. The school has an excellent choir, has a number of concert bands, a number of orchestras, and a large number of chamber ensembles. So while this is not directly required in the specification, the all-round musicianship which students develop here is absolutely crucial in ensuring success in the A-level. And finally, just a little something about why you should study music. So the first thing to say in practical terms is that music is a well-respected subject by universities. So the University of Cambridge, for instance, lists music as a good choice for A-level if you're considering an arts, humanities, or social sciences course, which is about half the courses they run there. If you're thinking of a different route, perhaps the maths and sciences route, music can be a great balancing subject. So if you study, for example, say a number of sciences and maths, music is a wonderful subject as a fourth subject, and it's very common that we get students coming down that route to study music. The third thing I want to say, and this can't be underestimated, is the sense of community in the music department. Now, I think that it's very common for music departments to have a great sense of community, but I think this is especially so here. And I think it's all the richer for us being involved with the girls' school also. It means that we have really engaged musicians at A-level, and this is so conducive to good study at this level. Having students around you who are enthusiastic, engaged, and passionate about what they're doing really helps you in your studies. And that's something that I think that we have in bucket loads here. And finally, really, the ultimate reason you should choose music is because that you have to do music and you have a deep desire to take your music studies further. So choose music if you feel you want continued engagement with music on a much deeper level, because that's what you'll find in doing the A-level here. Finally, just to say, I'm very happy to be contacted. As I say, my name's Josh Waters and I'm the head of music. If you're in the school, by all means, pop into the office and speak to me. Alternatively, please email me. I'm more than happy to answer any queries you may have. Thank you very much.